Imagine this, a desert so big it could swallow cities, a sun so hot it could roast your lunch, and a trade so rich it made kings and queens. Welcome to the Trans-Saharan Gold Trade, the ultimate adventure where risk takers turned dust into dynasties. If you think road trips today are rough, try crossing the Sahara with no GPS, no gas stations, and only a camel for company. The heat, relentless. The sand, unforgiving. And the journey, pure torture. Yet, traders found a way. Camels became their off-road vehicles, deep wells their lifelines, and sheer determination their compass. Because when gold is on the other side, you don't turn back, you adapt. These weren't just traders, they were the original hustlers, turning sand and sweat into wealth. They made Africa the land of gold, long before anyone else even caught on. Think of it as the first global supply chain. But instead of emails and logistics teams, you had camels, handwritten contracts, and a lot of sand in your shoes. In place of business cards, they had gold, salt, and handshakes that actually meant something. Gold built cities, but trade built empires. Timbuktu wasn't just rolling in riches, it was Africa's VIP club, where money, knowledge, and power worked hand in hand. And that's just the trailer. Now, let's get into the blockbuster. Some say the trans-Saharan trade began in the 8th century. Others say much earlier. But honestly, it doesn't matter. What matters is that it turned kingdoms into empires and gold into global power. West Africa wasn't just rich, it was the medieval gold reserve. Forget paper money. If you weren't trading in gold dust, were you even relevant? Kings didn't just want it, they needed it. West Africa wasn't just rich, it was swimming in gold. This wasn't a trade item. This was the currency of power. Gold built cities, toppled rulers, and made empires bow. Gold was the king, but it wasn't alone. Salt was life. Ivory was luxury. Kola nuts, the medieval energy shots. And tragically, human lives became commodities, with people being traded alongside gold and spices. The trans-Saharan trade didn't just make merchants rich, it built empires. Three kingdoms took gold and flipped it into power, prestige, and prime real estate. Welcome to the original gold standard of world domination. First up, the Ghana Empire, aka the original paywall. You wanted gold, you paid Ghana first. These guys didn't just trade wealth, they taxed it, stacked it, flexed it, and built an empire from it. But like all great things like unlimited Wi-Fi, good naps, and empires, Ghana's time came to an end. The Almoravids came knocking, internal drama kicked in, and before they knew it, the once golden kingdom was losing its shine. Ghana wasn't just falling, she was fumbling the bag. Ghana worked so Mali could sprint straight into legendary wealth. If Ghana set the table, Mali came in, ordered the most expensive meal, and left a gold tip. Mali's location? Prime real estate. Gold flowed through its market like water, and everyone, like traders, rulers, and North African merchants, wanted a piece of the action. And then there was Mansa Musa, aka the man, the myth, the money. Forget billionaires. It was Google struggled to calculate your net worth reach. Musa had enough gold to make today's tycoons look like pocket change. This man was wealth personified. In 1324, Musa decided to take a little trip to Mecca. Being the wealthy man he didn't pack lights. Nope. He rolled up with more gold than Egypt knew what to do with. Gold became so common that it lost its values, and the price crash lasted for years. Imagine flexing so hard, you caused inflation. But Musa wasn't just out here making it rain. He was building legacy. He turned Timbuktu into the intellectual hotspot, filled with scholars, libraries, and ideas that would outlive the gold itself. But wealth doesn't last forever. Mali started losing its grip on trade. Rivals smelled opportunity, and before long, the empire went from gold standard to where did all the gold go? You would think after Ghana and Mali, West Africa would take a break. Nope. Enter Songhai, the empire that took one look at Mali and said, "Nice empire, I'll take it." Sitting on prime trade real estate, it linked West Africa to the Mediterranean and it was ready to cash in. Songhai didn't just deal in gold, they dealt in brains. Timbuktu and Jenne became the knowledge hubs. You think your university is impressive? Try one where scholars discuss maths, medicine, and philosophy, while gold was literally stacked in the corner. Enter Soni Ali, the original "I take what I want" emperor. If Mali thought they had West Africa on lock, Ali stormed in like a Monday morning email chain, unavoidable, relentless, and ready to conquer. Then came Askia Muhammad, aka the guy who turned Songhai into an empire with an actual business model. While Soni Ali conquered, Askia organized. He made Songhai the best run business in the Sahara, making sure every dinar and every deal was accounted for. But all good things and wealthy empires must come to an end. In 1591, Morocco rode in with guns, cannons, and no chill. Ahmad al-Mansur saw gold and said, "Yeah, we'll be taking that." And just like that, Songhai went from boss empire to what happened? The trans-Saharan trade may have ended, but its influences never stopped in Africa. Islam didn't just roll in on a prayer rug. It came with traders, books, and business deals. Thanks to the gold trade, it shaped laws, education, and daily life in some parts of Africa. And today, that influence still runs deep. According to a scholar, Dr. Agie, the same techniques from ancient Mali are still used today. You know what they say, if you've been making people shine for centuries, why switch it up? Africa wasn't just exporting gold, she was exporting knowledge. The Timbuktu manuscripts weren't just books, they were the Google Docs holding centuries of wisdom on trade, science, and philosophy. Turns out, Africa wasn't just rich in minerals, it was rich in ideas. Back then, traders had camels and handshakes. Today, Africa has the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, reviving old trade routes with modern deals. Three trade routes, three powerhouses. But only one made West African kings richer than anyone else on earth. Welcome to the ultimate trade showdown. The Silk Road was basically ancient Amazon Prime, but instead of 2 days shipping, it was 2 years suffering. Spices, silk, and secrets moved across continents. but you never knew if you had made it past the Mongols. The Indian Ocean trade, powered by monsoons, not muzzle. Instead of camels, they had those fast ships riding the wind like pro surfers. Gold, ivory, and textiles from Africa ended up in India, China, and even beyond. And then there is this trans-Saharan trade. No rivers, no monsoons, just sand, camels, and a ridiculous amount of gold. If wealth had a capital city, West Africa owned the keys. West Africa's kingdoms didn't just join global trade, they ran the whole gold supply. Gold made West Africa rich, powerful, and unstoppable until it didn't. Was the trans-Saharan trade the ultimate glow-up, or did it accidentally send Africa's location to colonizers via medieval GPS? Was this the ticket to glory or the VIP pass to colonization? Let's unpack it. Dr. Obumi, a scholar, suggests that the Europeans didn't just stumble on Africa's gold. They sent explorers, or should we say spies, to map out the gold fields and draft a blueprint for plundering. They say money attracts power. Turns out, it also attracts uninvited guests with really bad intentions. As shown with the three African empires of this trade, the wealth that once secured West Africa's dominance turned it into a beacon for exploitation. One day you are Mansa Musa, flexing your wealth across the world. The next, your gold is financing someone else's empire, and you are the resource. How did Africa go from gold dealer to history's biggest target? Gold was the ticket to power. But for Africa, it became the price of its own betrayal.